Here we go. It's Friday. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're having a great day. January the 12th, 7 a.m. Welcome back to the Venator Trading Channel. John's already stirring up trouble. And first comment, man, gotta drop the foreigners. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your trading's going well. First full week of trading for 2024. And I have a confession to make. Lost the Apex account yesterday. I went on tilt for a minute. I had gotten it to 4.8%. And the profit target is 6%. I got it to 4.8% yesterday. I was trading gold. I know, it's the Gilded Gals. Just trading gold, and I've been scalping gold all week on the Top Step and the Apex accounts when I'm off the stream, and it's actually been going really well. And I got all the way up to 4.8%, and I was like, I for whatever reason I was like, I could close this thing out today. I can close this thing out today, and I put on a 5 lot. On gold. Yeah, I know, it was stupid. And it went into profit. And so when I was at 4.8%, it's trailing drawdown. So the trailing drawdown was at 1.8% profit, so because it follows you all the way up, right? So I never even got back down to 100K, but I just held the trade. And I took my stop loss off. Took my stop loss off, and went down 1,000. I was like, it's gonna turn around. And I saw a fair value gap, and I saw it starting to struggle to fair value gap. So I added 5 more lots. I added to my loser, and about 5 hits later, the account was gone. So, yeah, that happened. I was just seeing in my head all of the exciting news I was going to be able to share for being able to pass my Apex account yesterday. On Friday, after 1 week of trading, I was like, this would be so cool to be able to show everybody on the stream how awesome I am and how good I am at trading. And instead, I get to make my confession in front of the whole world. How I went on tilt, and I broke my rules, and I added to a loser. I moved my stop loss, and I lost the account. And for my punishment, I'm not going to reset it until next week. I'm not going to reset it and try to trade today and go back at it and make my money back on it. Just a dumb thing, man. Just a dumb thing. So I still have the Top Step account, and Top Step is at just over 1%. The London scalp worked perfectly last night. Bespoke is at minus 1% drawdown. The Bespoke 10K challenge. So that's what we're doing today. Making confessions. And that's mine to you all. So being truthful and honest. I could have told you, I just went back down to 100K and reset it and no one would know. But I'm telling you, being honest, being transparent. I was stupid and I did the dumb thing. So I will reset it. I bought it on like a 75% discount or whatever. So the reset for it is like $42 or something. I don't even know. It's not that much. But for my punishment, I have to sit all weekend and not trade the Apex account. It was going so well. Scalping was going so well on the Apex account. That's the only way I did get it all the way to 4.8%. And instead of just following the same criteria in, I don't know, I got so close to that profit target. And I was like, one good move and this thing gets knocked out and I'm done. And, every time you start thinking like that seems to be that rarely ever works out. Like I've never had that thought process go through my head, execute a trade, and then it work out in my favor. Just one more good move in my favor, and I'm good. I win, right? So it always goes against you when you act like that and you trade like that. So it was dumb. I know. I've been scalping Gilded Gal Cisco for a little while, so it's all right. What's up, Mr. Alfie? This is where we tell you you lost on purpose. I did not lose on purpose. I did not lose on purpose. I would never. That's called a moron trade because you added moron. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Stop doing Apex as well as Forex, only Top Step. It's fine trading both. It really is. I haven't. It's been working well. It's not that I was trading multiple. In fact, I only do bespoke on the London scalps right now. That's the only thing. I don't even touch it. I After this 10-minute candle closes here in 4 minutes, I will set up the trade, and then bespoke will be done for the day. Those are the only trades I've taken on the bespoke account, and it's down 1% right now. So, besides that, nothing else has happened. The Top Step account is doing fine. But the Apex, can't believe I was so mad at myself. You kind of sit there and I just laughed. I sat there and I just laughed at myself all by myself. I just laughed. And it was one of those, like, I wish I could cry laughs, but I can't cry, so I'm just going to laugh. That's what happened. I did go into Top Step TV yesterday, so watched them for a little bit. It's starting to grow on me. It's still like, I don't know. It's still not like great to me. But it's okay. It's okay. You can't cry. I wanted to cry. I couldn't like get the tears up, you know. It's like I felt so sad that all I could do was laugh. It was really kind of a sad, angry laugh. And then I had to go and just walk the dogs for like an hour. What wasn't good about it? I don't know. Like I think they do analysis decently well. They have their way of trading with the range and their VWAP and volume profiles and all this. But I mean, it seemed a little helter skelter, all of their trading positions. Like it seemed like they were just, I'm getting in here. Okay, I'm getting out. I'm getting in here. I'm getting out. Just no, it didn't seem like they had a real good plan of action. It felt more like we're just going to take positions because we see the big candles print or because I don't know. It was weird how they were getting in and out of trades to me when they were calling out, when they were getting in, when they were getting out. Like even I listened to that lady, what was her name? Anne Marie. It was her birthday yesterday. Good for her. And it like, I don't know, it just seemed like I'm sure that they have their reasons why they were getting in and out, but they weren't talking about them other than just like, oh, if I get a big candle here, I'm getting in. Or if it holds this specific price level, I'm getting in or whatever. I don't know. It didn't have to me, it just didn't make a lot of sense to it. It was just kind of like, oh, I was expecting more thought process. Like, here's my stop. I'm getting in here. Here's where my stop's going to be, and this is why. But I just haven't watched it enough probably to really make a good true call on why that happens. All right, we just had I'm sitting here talking and I missed my 10-minute candle here. Gosh, I should already be in this trade. Damn it. Where is it at right now? Is it below or at? I need to go one tick below, so one tick above. So it's still not technically in. We're going to create a stop order. Risking 0.5%, 10 contracts. And we will do sell stop. And then I'll do that over here too. And, okay, we got our sell stops in. Just taking the first 10-minute candle. And I'm starting to do one tick below instead of at the price because I want a true break. And that technically I should have been in that trade, but I missed it. I missed the entrance because I was talking. I wasn't paying attention. And this should be one tick above. So we're not into this trade, and this should be 1-to-1. 1-to-1. Right? Yeah. That's 1-to-1. Which is weird. Why would it be a $625 loss and a $750 gain? 11. Very, very interesting. But we're not triggered in on this yet. You can see what happened yesterday when we were in this range right here. Now it got triggered in. It did reach down and pop us in, at least on one contract. It only got us in on one contract instead of all 10. And it's not in on the bespoke yet. Now it looks like it's in on all 10. That was weird. You can see what I did here yesterday in this choppy range. So my gut says on the inside bar days like this, where the 10-minute candle was inside the last 10-minute bar of the previous hour, that it doesn't work. That's just, if I was just back testing this very quickly, as soon as I saw this print, I would set this order and I would tell you this is going to lose. But that's just from watching candles print for so often on this strategy. So the older I get, I cry on a dime. I was watching an episode of The Chosen the other day and I started crying. My wife and I are going to be watching The Chosen this weekend. We haven't started it at all. We haven't watched any of it, but we're in a small group at our church. And evidently the fourth season of The Chosen has come out or something, or is about to come out. I don't know. I haven't kept up with it because I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know what it's about, but we haven't done it. And it's being, here in the States, I think they're showing it in the theaters. Like you can watch the episodes in the theaters. And so our small group, they're like half of our small group has been keeping up with it and watch it. And they all want to go watch like the last 1 or 2 episodes in the theater. And so we've got to get caught up. We have to get caught up on The Chosen. So that's what we're going to, this weekend, we're going to binge. We're going to try and get through the first season today and tomorrow. Because I think it's like at the end of the last 2 episodes will come out like at the end of February or something. So, and I think there's 8 episodes per season. So we have to watch like 24 episodes in the next 6 weeks to watch it all, so that we can all go with our small group and watch the end of season 4. And then we were making jokes with him, and I was like, well, spoiler alert, I think he dies. She's way, way smarter than me, which isn't saying much. Anne-Marie always explains. They don't talk much about stops, except that Michael Paytek, CEO, uses something like a 22 stop tick. I don't know who the CEO was. Was he the guy at the top that was chasing all day and was down like $3,000, and then kept chasing, and finally he just kept trying to catch a reversal and couldn't catch it until he finally caught one and then climbed back up, kind of got back out of drawdown. Is he the CEO? Is this new style of yours similar to John Hoagland opening range trade? I guess it is. My opening range is just bigger, and I don't know what John tries to do. Like, I don't know if he goes for 1-to-1. I don't know if he's just trying to catch a big move. But the opening range, I'm just trying to scalp a half R on London and a 1R on New York. That's all I'm trying to do. You should stick around on Top Step TV and ask Hoagland questions. They send out a link where you can ask him anything. First episode drags, and after that it's great. Cisco, watch The Traders if you can. It's on BBC, so not sure if that's in America. Yeah, we get BBC over here. My wife watches a lot of the BBC stuff. I don't. The Traders, I think I've heard of that. It drags because I get confused on who's who. Also, they use other alternative names for disciples. Really? I have to have subtitles on when I watch BBC. It's the foreigners. John just has a real problem with the foreigners. Well, I'm not sure if this is going to work out or not. I mean, it's definitely moved down into some profit here, so we'll see. We'll see. Ozark Hillbilly. They exist. So what are we doing for our giveaway here, gents? Are we doing a tweet repost? What are we doing? I got to come up with something. Best comment on a tweet? Probably should have left out the in front of foreigners. Yeah, the foreigners makes it a little bit more a little more aggressive on the highlighting. Welcome foreigners isn't quite as welcome to the foreigners. I don't think anybody's going to scroll back up and watch that. I think Cisco's the only one, maybe Beeswax. Well, we're super close here. Will we be able to tap in our 1R? Will we be able to get it? It's going to be right at the bottom of this nasty range. So we'll see. There it is. Come on, baby. Take it out. I'm closing it. Done. Winner, winner. Bespoke hasn't hit yet. Bespoke still has about a pip and a half to go. Very interesting. Bespoke has not been able to get to its 1R. So I'm just going to let that roll. Again, futures versus Forex here. Futures taps in We closed it out for just over a 0.5% gain, so we're back up to 1.6 on the Top Step account here. 101,619. And hopefully we can clean out the bespoke account here too and get it up to, I'm only risked 0.5% on the bespoke as well. So it would be just almost back to break even after the first week of the London scalps. Been very interesting to see how uncorrelated they don't have the same results. The futures contract with euro and the euro dollar forex accounts, how they do not mimic each other to the T. They're very similar in structure and price action, but the forex has lost more than the futures. The futures has been cleaner and has kept me in and not tripped me out of trades, where Forex has tripped me out of trades. I don't think Forex has won something where futures kicked me out of. Futures has been the cleaner as far as execution goes, respecting the candle top or bottom, where Forex, it seems to be a little messier, I guess. I don't know how to say that right. Still hasn't, Forex is still not put in a win there. Some of my best friends are foreigners. How long did you stay for Top Step? I actually went in and out with Top Step most of the day. I had it up in the background for a while I was scalping gold and watching them and listening to them. Maybe that's why I lost the Apex account. Can I blame Top Step TV? Let's go look at the 7-minute ES candle here. We'll paper trade this today. We have PPI coming out at 8:30. I don't know what it's going to do to the market, but we let's see, in London on ES, we ran the Asian highs and we displaced through lower. So you have a nice little bearish breaker block right here. It'll be interesting to see how this holds up. You can see it clearly on the time frame here. We ran the highs, quick spike up, grab buy side liquidity, displaced through lower. So you've got this breaker block, a little fair value gap right in here. Let me move this out of the way. Little fair value gap right here on ES. It'll be interesting to see what happens as price comes back up into, I'm just going to highlight this. I'm not going to trade that. I want to wait for the PPI news before I try to start anything else. In fact, I may just be done for the week. A nice little 1.6% gain on the week on the Top Step account. That's really good. That's a really good weekly percentage gain when you're thinking in long term. 1.6 would be like, you should be at 6% by the end of the month if you can replicate 1.6% a week. So the high was 1.2, 102.3, I think. I need to go look. Was the high water mark, but it wasn't. Yeah, I guess that was end of day close. So yeah, 102.3, I think, was the high water mark. So I'm down off of the high water mark just a little bit. But I'm happy with 1.6, so I might not take any more trades on that. The London scalp worked perfectly both today, so. John says, I can't believe the mods caught your comment about me. They gave me a shout out. Cami Capital also gave me a shout out yesterday. There you go, bro. There you go. John's internet famous. He's streamer famous. Chat streamer famous. Although this is the smallest chat. To get recognized on their chats where they've got thousands of people watching, that's pretty awesome, dude. So technically, if this bearish breakers works, this should send price back down into these lows, I would think. That's where your next level of liquidity is. So if you want to trade breakers, it would look something like this. Your 1 to 2 that I always go for is before the bottom of the London low there. So you could aim for something like that. But again, I wouldn't try to do much here until after the PPI news hits. This may be the smallest, but it's the best and it's my favorite. What do they say? It's not the size that counts. I'm glad it's your favorite. Gets me right here in the feels, man. My wife has said that before. Hold on, I gotta let my dog out. Give me a second. There you go. I always forget that I wear a black shirt sometimes and I have a black background, so I just look like a floating head here. Look at the 5-minute chart. We have a breaker block. There's a breaker block right now on. This is the 15-minute. The higher time frame breakers. You have this teeny tiny one right here. You could work off of. There's several. This whole move down is what initiated that spike up. So that's why I tend to use the move down. So I'll find where is the cleanest candle move down. And technically it is inside that breaker right now. This, like if you look at the 30-minute candle, we spiked down, spiked up, took out buy side, broke back through. Fair value gap. Technically until this 30-minute candle closes in a minute, it will leave behind a fair value gap, and then that's where you would target your entry. You've had displacement, a break below, displacement below, and then you would look for an entry somewhere in here to target that low right there. Sir Bearson, where are you from? John is praying it's not from the United States. The floating head looks kind of cool. It's like max headroom. Just a floating head. New Caledonia? What in the world? Okay, I'm instantly Googling this. New Caledonia. It's an island? Holy, it's a French territory comprising dozens of islands in the South Pacific. It's known for its palm-lined beaches and marine life-rich lagoon. Look at this place. Look at this place. Jeez. It's pretty awesome, man. How is the internet is freaking crazy. that we can have some dude from New Caledonia in our chat. See you, Cisco. Have a good time, man. Dang it, the freaking dogs. Hey, give me just a minute, guys. I gotta go deal with the dogs. I guess they need to go out. So give me 1 second. Wife's not up yet. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, a new 30-minute candle has opened. We're back up inside this 30-minute breaker. So there's your breaker right here. And your fair value gap sitting inside of there right now. It's reaching up into it currently. This whole move down on the 1 hour is your breaker. So your last down close candle to run buy side liquidity and then displace through. So again, I'm not taking this trade. I'm going to wait for PPI news to come out. The Forex trade is still in, running. Slightly in profit, but it had a massive rejection off that last. This is what's going on the Euro trade. If you're still in the Euro scalp, if you're on the Forex side, you did not hit that take profit like I did on the futures side. You can see it just had a big up close candle, and now it's back running into some profits there slightly. New Caledonia looks like a beautiful vacation spot. My cousin's wife is from New Caledonia? Really? He's a she. Is she a Canuck? She is not Canadian. No Canadian Canuck. Come on, John. Don't you know what Canuck means? I don't know. Interesting that NQ didn't take out these highs here. So you can see here, we didn't take out this high right here on NQ, but if you pop over to ES, it did take that out right there. Breaker would have been triggered in if you took that trade. You'd be slightly in some profits right now. Excuse me, my going through puberty. Evidently. Canuck is Caledonia Estonian people from New Caledonia, because we have Caledonian, but from France. You should visit Botswana, especially the Delta. Botswana? Man. I got to see what's up with Botswana. The safari. A landlocked country in South Africa. A landscape defined by the Kalahari Desert and the Okavango Delta, which becomes a lush animal habitat during the seasonal floods. The massive Central Kalahari Game Reserve, with its fossilized river valleys and undulating grasslands, is home to numerous animals, including giraffes, cheetahs, hyenas, and wild dogs. That looks pretty cool, too. I don't know how to say these words, but Chobe National Park, Chobe, looks like it's right outside of Johannesburg. Nice. Very nice. A 15-minute and 30-minute breaker here, holding up nicely for ES currently. I got 20 minutes to figure out what to do about this stupid giveaway. Not stupid. The giveaway is not stupid. What to do about it is stupid. I don't know how to do it. Chat, I'm open for suggestions. Is it just going to be a tweet repost today? Is it we vote on the best comment? You guys leave a comment and then I just pick the best comment? That's very unneutral of me. Botswana is where Jim Carrey goes in Ace Ventura 2. Really? It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Kasane, Botswana. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. He crawls out the back end of the rhinoceros. What's up, Dunamis? I'm not in this trade. I'm waiting for PPI at 8:30. I was just highlighting this breaker block here. The only trade that I've taken 2 trades today. I took this London scalp, and I took this New York scalp right here on the Euro futures contract. So I took this small little scalp here at 2 a.m. and then I went back to bed, and then I got up and I took this New York scalp, and they've both hit TP. Except the Forex on my Bespoke has not hit TP on this New York scalp. My Forex account with Bespoke is still, it's running in profit and heading in the right direction, but it has yet to clear out there. But this ES trade, this breaker block on ES, I have not taken that. I'm going to wait for PPI before I do anything else. And I'm currently just in the dilemma of what to do. How should we handle the 10K giveaway today? Is it a Twitter repost? Is it a YouTube comment? Is it a trivia question or a quiz? I don't know what to do. $2:30 in the afternoon. 6:30 here, my time right now. 6:30 in the morning. You're 7 hours ahead of us. Where hijinks can ensue. I don't know. I can't manufacture hijinks, John. I don't know. It just happens when it happens. It just happens when it happens. Technically, this is a breaker on NQ2 as it did take out all of these highs before it displaced. You just didn't get the super clean, aggressive displacement back below these lows. But technically, that is it's a breaker. It's not the cleanest breaker because there's no fair value gap here. No real clean breaker on. I mean, it is a breaker block. There does not have to be a fair value gap for it to be a breaker block. So I just prefer there to be a fair value gap. I like the aggressive move through that then comes back up and reprices that big, bold, aggressive move before it continues down with the trend. So for me, if this fair value gap didn't, if you get a body candle close above this fair value gap, I would flip my bias here and start targeting these highs. If you get a body candle closure above this yellow box, which is this fair value gap right here, which is actually right there, the high of this candle, low of this candle, that's your fair value gap in between, currently being respected to the downside. Still in this trade over on the Forex side here, still hasn't cleaned out this 1-to-1 TP yet. Getting close, but no cigar. Is Facebook still a thing? I haven't been on I can't remember the last time I was on Facebook. I pretty much just use Twitter for my social media anymore. And my kids send me TikToks to watch and try to make me laugh. Other than that, I don't really get on social media. I don't get on Instagram. I don't get on Facebook. All right, I got 15 minutes. What are we doing? I'm just going to do a Twitter repost. I don't even know if the Twitter repost Twitter giveaway works. I need to see Twitter picker giveaway. Let me see if this is even working right now. Let me go pull a tweet here. I need something that's been retweeted. What's the last thing? This is the last one that had a bunch. Let me see if this is even working. Whoa. That was not what I wanted to do. There it is. Is this working? Okay, so it does pull up. Nope, error loading retweets. Okay, so Twitter picker is not working. So it may have to be a YouTube comment picker today. I don't know. Again, I'm open for suggestions here, guys. Open to suggestions. So I was watching this video on that came up on my Twitter. Zoned out there for a second. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know. What's the there's got to be like a is there like an online trivia site or something? We could play like a round of trivia, like a 3 question round of trivia or something. On Discord, we can do that. Twitter has some. It can be a cesspool of stuff, but it's not. I mean, I don't know. I've blocked and disliked enough now that the algorithm isn't so hateful anymore. All right. Well, I can't do a repost because the Twitter picker is down, so it may be YouTube comment picker. Maybe what it is today until I can figure out. So I'm going to need to go. Let me go get yesterday. We can use yesterday's. We can use yesterday's video. So if we use this link right here. So the link I just thrown up in the chat here. Almost hit my TP. It went right down to the very tick, but it didn't go all the way through. We'll use that link that I just put up in the chat. So that's yesterday's live stream video on my YouTube page. Go leave a comment on there and we'll use the YouTube comment picker. So if you're just coming in to the stream and you're here to be eligible for the 10K giveaway from Bespoke Funding, go to that yesterday's live video stream. So that link that I put up in the chat will take you right there. And I think I can even, I think I could probably pin that. At least I thought I could. Maybe I can't. Let me pin my own comment. That's weird. Anyway, go leave a comment on yesterday's video, and that will get you qualified there. Price moving nicely now. Off away from that breaker there, almost 1-to-1. I would probably target this low for a move to break even. If it could get down under there, I'd probably move to break even under that low if you're in that trade. Again, I'm not in this trade. This is just a paper trade only because we have PPI coming out in about 40 minutes, and I want to be flat going into that news. Creates an echo chamber, reinforcing only stupidity. Yeah, social media is pretty good about helping you find other people who think just like you. And then all you ever get is you get all the anger that everyone is feeling about the same things that you feel, and then it just stirs up all the crap. So it did go all the way down through here, but it still hasn't hit my TP on the euro dollar trade. So for instance, I'll show you euro dollar right here, and it is off of this candle, one tick below, one tick above. And it does show that it hit right there. That's crazy. But on this, did I use the wrong candle? Like, what's going on here? Maybe I just had my entry too low. Where is that? This candle here. I used, the stop was too high. The stop shouldn't have been that high. I put it above the wrong high of the candle. So technically it should have hit TP, but it hasn't. I put it above the high of the 7 or the 6:55 candle instead of the 7 o'clock candle. And that pip would have made all the difference in the world. That's what she said. Can't resist it. That's what she said joke. All right. About 9 more minutes. If you haven't yet, go leave a comment on my video from yesterday, the live stream from yesterday, and we will use that. We'll use the comments from yesterday's video to pick our 10K challenge winner today from Bespoke. Sometimes you need to hear things you don't agree with. That's why I'm married, John. I don't need that from social media. That's what I do with Brad. He's like Hunter Biden. I'm his Marjorie Taylor Greene. Dude, that was crazy. Dude defies a subpoena, then just walks into the hearing and then gets up and walks out as soon as she starts talking. That was nuts. The political drama in the United States right now is insane. Pretty crazy. Let's see, 24, like 6 handles. Not quite 1-to-1. Yeah, if it gets under here, I would definitely move to break even on this position if you're in that trade. Hey, we hit our TP on Forex, finally went under. And that takes us up to 0.5% drawdown. So basically back to break even there on the Bespoke account after 1 week of trading. We'll be done with that for today. So it sits just under break even after 1 week on the Bespoke account. It's been very interesting to trade the futures and Forex together. I hit that winner on Forex way down here, but technically it probably would have hit on Forex too because I actually set that trade up wrong. Go figure. I set that trade up wrong. I actually had a higher stop. I had my stop up here above that candle. Gosh, stop it. Well, it was above this candle's high, 1 tick above, so it made the TP higher or lower. You know what I'm talking about. I had it up here. So it was the TP was actually down here, which is why it took so long. All right. We got 6 more minutes, so we'll go leave a comment on that video over there. And we'll see 10 comments so far. Let me see, I can see them here. See if we have any doubles. It'll filter out the doubles. So only John's not in here. Come on, John. Oh, John, are you John 88? Wouldn't it be John Jones? Everybody else's name showed up the right way. Only 10 comments so far. So you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning the 10K challenge. See Corey in there, Dunamis, Ikram, GT Major, Mr. Partha G, Onsab, Pavel Zinkovich, and B. Javier Model. I don't know who that is, but it's there. John used one of his other accounts. Ghost, what's going on? My gosh, I've not seen you up in the stream in a while. What's going on, buddy? No more time to trade right now. Hope things going well. Good to have you in, buddy. John Jones says, if there's one person I can't stand more than Hunter Barden, it's Hunter Barden. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert. They're kind of annoying. They are definitely kind of annoying. What the heck is that? Oh. All right, 3 more minutes and then we will do our giveaway. I see 18 people watching, and currently, let me refresh the comments here. We still only have 10 comments. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, you do need to go comment on the video from yesterday. I'm putting the link in that chat. If you're just jumping in with us, go over to yesterday's video and leave a comment, and then we'll go and pick a comment. We'll use the YouTube comment picker for our giveaway winner today. I'm going to figure out a different way to do the giveaway next week. I want to see if I can find like a trivia page or something to run the giveaway with. Well, I'm glad to see you back in here, Ghost Man. Hope things are going well for you right now. My 10K account on phase 2. Been holding that for a while. We have yet to have anybody get funded on the giveaway accounts. No one that has won a challenge that I know of has gotten funded and or received a payout. Obviously, if they've not gotten funded, they've not received a payout. But just another minute now. Again, if you're just jumping in, we are doing our giveaway here in just 1 minute. You do need to leave a comment on yesterday's video, and that link is in the chat. Euro still dropping, dollar showing quite a bit of strength. Inflation came in hotter than expected year over year yesterday. Those numbers came in just above the forecast. Inflation is still going up, and I can testify to that being the case. Inflation is still going up. It's not. It has not receded. And it's going up at basically 4%. Well, it's going up more than 4% a year because they don't calculate inflation off all of the things that people buy every day. What they actually spend their money on. So it's actually going up more than what they're saying, but it's their number was even higher than expected. So All right, let's get over to the comment picker. So we're going to give you one last chance. I'm refreshing. 12 comments now. Buzz Design. There we go. Let me see. Ikram, John, Dunamis. Okay, Alex. Good to see everybody back in here. Some of the oldies but goodies. All right, we're going to go and I'm going to grab this link and then I'm going to put it up here so you guys can see and follow along. Here we go. All right, coming down here, I will post the link right there. We will filter duplicate users. Number of winners won. Show random names. We'll do a 5-second roll. It gives us a little more anticipation here. And somebody help me. What's 4 plus 9? Get the comments. Unique comments. 12 unique comments. And then we will hit start right here and we'll see our winner come up. So this is from our stream sponsor, Bespoke Funding, one of the best Forex prop firms in the business. You guys, they offer the highest amount of current funding available for any firm. They do use Think Markets, which is a really good broker. I haven't had any issues with them so far. What else? I mean, they're just great, man. Their Discord's great. Their CEOs are great. The people who run the company, their support's great. They've gotten all of their payment situations straightened out and ironed out, and they're flowing. Everybody's getting paid out now, so they're good to go, man. They're a great firm to work with. I promise you guys, they're going to be doing huge things in 2024. So good luck on this account. Don't use it like a lottery ticket. Take it seriously. Become the first to get funded from this free 10K giveaway. All right. I hope Frenchie wins. We'll find out in 5 seconds. Here we go. Ikram9307. Make sure you're in the chat, man. Let me know you're here in the chat. There he is. I thought I saw him in here. So welcome, Ikram, and congratulations, buddy. You are the winner of the 10K challenge from Bespoke Funding. So I took a screenshot of that. Message me on Twitter, please. Send me a direct message on Twitter. And I'll get you verified, and I'll get you set up with Bespoke. First winner of 2024 is Ikram. So congrats, man. Oh. Well, welcome in. I'm so glad that a female won. That's fantastic. Am I saying your name right? Is it Ikram? And where are you from, by the way? Nice to have a female trader in the group with us. Now we all have to watch and behave ourselves. Sorry about all the that's what she said jokes. But I'm so glad you won, man. Or madam, I guess I should say. So glad you won. Yes, your pronunciation is fine. I'm originally Somali, but I live in the UK. All right. Well, that's great to know. Good to know. And thanks for tuning into the stream. And like I said, hit me up on Twitter and just send me a direct message so I can verify your account. And then I'll get you set up with the details with Bespoke on how to claim your credentials. And they'll set you up with a 10K account. And man, join the stream. Be a regular. Come in and let us know how you're doing. I want to keep up with everyone who wins the accounts this year. I want to do a better job of keeping up with them and just checking in and seeing how things are going. But congrats on winning. Sorry, John, no hijinks today. Everything was clean and smooth on choosing our winners. And It was a foreign. It was a foreigner. We the truer words have never been spoken, sir. Truer words have never been spoken. All right. All right, let's get back to trading now. Let's see how this is playing out. We do have news coming up, and now just opened the 8 o'clock hour. Came back up into this fair value gap and breaker, and getting some nice rejection off of it again. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Again, we've got news coming out at 8:30 PPI. Previous was 0. They're forecasting 0.1. So we'll see how this all plays out. And then after the news hits, I'll probably be done for the day after the news hits. Actually, I'm probably not going to stick around and trade much more. I'm happy with where all my accounts sit for the first week of 2024. So we'll do an account giveaway every single week, every Friday. We'll do a 10K giveaway. So you guys definitely stick around. Be a regular on the stream. We'll grow together, all right? Still inside the big range that CPI created yesterday here. Just kind of bouncing around inside these two fair value gaps. This one was disrespected, and now it's come back down. This current bullish fair value gap being respected, but you do have, it's just choppy. We'll wait and see if PPI cleans all this up for us. Same on ES. I mean, if you're targeting liquidity, obviously there's liquidity above the current highs and lows of the day. And then you've got previous day high and low for targets. So you've got current day high and low here, and then you've got the previous day high and low there. So that's those are your current liquidity levels to work off of. You do have some smaller internal and intermediate term highs and lows. I'm guessing one of these highs or lows is going to get taken out. I don't think we stay inside this range today. Your midnight open is right here. So basically we opened and we're close back to the true day open here at midnight. So there's just not a whole lot to look at or consider here right now. Market's just kind of pausing and printing sideways here. What'd they call it on Top Set TV? Barcode, where it just is moving sideways. There's no real movement anywhere. And ES and NQ probably you're not going to get much action until 9:30 anyway. 8:30 you might get some pop from the PPI news, but then we'll see how the market really reacts at 9:30. But I'm going to trade that off the stream. I won't be trading that live today. This breaker could very well end up working out. It's being respected. Currently now 3 times has tested that breaker in that fair value gap, and it has respected it all 3 times. But it has failed to displace and move down off of that. You haven't gotten any, other than it just respecting and not being able to move higher, you haven't been able to displace lower. And typically that's what you want to see from a fair value gap. You want to see a fairly quick reaction off of those. Not to say that it can't take long, but the longer it takes and the more it digs up into there, the less likely this holds the next time it comes up. Typically, you want to see it hit that fair value gap and then just start a new leg down. And it hasn't done that. So, again, waiting for the news, not the highest probability setup to get into right before news hits. Not sure, forgot about his actually worried about LOL since he was having turmoil in his country. That's true. Yeah, he didn't take kindly to misspelling his name. And I haven't heard from him in a while. I know he was in school and then he had holiday, and so he was in Discord a while back, but I haven't seen him on the stream in quite a while. Jeez, freaking gnats, man. All right, about another 20 minutes here, 18 minutes, and we'll get into the PPI news. We'll watch a little bit of that pop off, and then we'll call it a day. John Hoagland on Top Step TV actually explained why ICT fair value gaps can work sometimes. That automatically makes him better teacher trader than ICT, since ICT says it works because he authored the algo. Well, I know that you don't like that, but that's not necessarily true, John. I have heard ICT give very clear explanations of why fair value gaps work. It is a repricing of inefficiency. Offering, for instance, here you did not get any buy side action. It only offered sell side. And so for price to book efficiently, it needs to reprice and basically backfill price to give people who didn't, to give buyers or sellers a chance who didn't participate in the market. It's just a rebalancing is all it is. Rebalancing of inefficient price action. I haven't heard John Hoagland's explanation for it. I don't know if that's what he says, but that's why it works. It could be profit taking. From you get displacement down, and often maybe he says you get profit taking. So short sellers here on this displacement leg down start taking profits, and for them to take profits, they need to buy, which moves price back up. And then enough people who didn't get in on the initial move target this. I don't know why specifically this area, but that's where they decide they're like, oh, well, we can pile back in here and create another leg down. I don't know what Hoagland's description is, but I have heard ICT explain it. Look, I'm not a personal, like ICT as a person. You know, dude's got a lot of flaws and failures for sure, but don't we all? There, but for the grace of God, go I, right? Like the dude's not perfect and obviously makes some pretty outlandish claims about a lot of things. But I'm not here to defend him as a person, but his trading concepts are very clear and are really what helped me get a firm grasp of why price books the way it does and how it moves and where it wants to move to and towards. And so, you know, it's what clicked for me. For some people, it's VWAP. For some people, it's volume profile. For some people, it's auction theory. For some people, it's support and resistance. For some people, it's EMAs and fractals and Bollinger Bands and whatever, you know, candle patterns, hammers, dojis, shooting stars, whatever it is that clicks with you, that helps you become a profitable trader. I think that's fine. But again, I'm not here to defend him as a person, but I will say his understanding, or at least his explanations, his language, whatever it was, and whether he got it from someone else and just renamed it, I don't give a crap. I really don't. whether it was Larry Williams or somebody else, Oliver Vale or whoever it was, it doesn't matter to me. It's a basic understanding. For me, it comes down to understanding liquidity and that price moves from liquidity to liquidity. And he's just identified certain ways in which price fractally repeats delivering price and booking. So again, not trying to defend the dude at all. You've never heard me defend him as a person ever. But his explanations and there's several different models, trading models, like the breaker block model. A lot of people would say this is just a break and retest, right? Price broke below and closed below, and now it's coming back up and retesting. This is supply demand, right? This is a break and retest. This is a stop run and a fake out. This is, there's all kinds of different ways to describe what's happening with price right here. This consolidation, turtle soup, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, market maker sell model, buy model, support and resistance, break and retest, breaker blocks, fair value gaps, OTEs. I mean, you can come up with a million different ways to describe why price just did what it did right here. And you just need to be confident and understand how you see it and your explanation of it so that you understand why you're taking trades from where you are and where to properly place your stop to manage your risk. It's really what it all comes down to. We're all really doing the same thing, and we all just have different ways to talk about it and different words to describe what it is we're doing and why we're doing it. It's unfortunate that his personality overshadows and he gets more attention for who he is than the actual theory of trading, and that's unfortunate. So I'm just getting back over the chat. Those are called single price TPO, time price opportunities. They can represent a low volume mode and a cheap area for a trade. It's all in auction theory. Gotcha. Yeah, so it's just, they call it auction theory, and that's what they call it, time price opportunities. So they've just renamed the same thing and a cheap way to get in. That's great, and that's perfect. That's cool. I have no problem with what they call it or why they call it that. Single print. Gotcha. News in 15 minutes. Will you keep your position? I don't have a position on. I do not have any positions on right now. This is just a paper trade. This is a breaker block setup on ES, but I will not. This is not running. You would see, if I was in a trade, you would see it on the screen. There would be lines for my entry and stop and TPs. If I was in this trade, like I said before, if price breaks this low right here, I would be moving to break even. But because there is news at 8:30 and this is ES and NQ, I've decided I'm not going to trade ES and NQ until the 9:30 market open from now on. So I'm not taking any of these trades. But it is a nice clean breaker setup. Had a very clean run of highs here, and then obvious displacement lower, breaking and just completely breaking through these down close candles, violating this bullish fair value gap, creating another fair value gap on the bearish side on the way down. So you have your fair value gap with your breaker block inside. It's come back up, tested it 1, 2, 3 times, and now you're starting to get some movement down. And if you get, like I said, if you could get below here, I'd probably move to break. If I was in this trade, this is where I would move to break even. But news coming out now in about 10 minutes. So we will just pause. We'll wait and see how price reacts to the news. And then we'll pack it in for the weekend. I'm going to do some more FX replay back testing this weekend. Try to clean up some stuff. Maybe do my London scalps and look back on prior year history just to see how it performed in previous years besides 2023. 2023 performed extremely well, 32% gain over the course of the year. So I'll be interested to see if that holds up for years prior to. So I think that's about a 1-to-1 position right there off of that breaker. 24 and 24. So yeah, it's now at 1-to-1. I would, again, look to move to break even if it was under here. Definitely getting some downward price action after that run of the highs from the London. We had this big spike down. I would target this wick fill here. And I would move to break even here because if I could break back down below here, it's back inside basically this 15-minute fair value gap right there. Lord, wind is howling outside. I don't know if y'all can hear that. You could hear that? Yeah. My wife opened the door, I guess, to let the dogs back out or something. -5 wind chill? Woo! That's crazy. The polar vortex is pushing its way down through the states. It's supposed to be here, I think, Monday night and Tuesday. So I've got about 3 more days before it gets really cold here. In Houston, I think the lows here in Houston are in the low 20s Fahrenheit, which is very cold for Houston. If it gets down to freezing in Houston, that's very rare. But typically late January, early February, it gets down into freezing for a few days. But this early in January, it's typically not this cold this early in January. Or I mean, right now it's not. I don't know what it is outside. It's let me see. Current temps here. It's only 65. It's just it's a gale warning. Yeah, I just heard it when you opened the door. So temperature's dropping all day today. It's currently 65, and that's the high, and it's very windy. I am a weatherman now. So tomorrow the high is 64. These are all Fahrenheit. Sunday 54. And then Monday the high is 46, but the low's 28. Tuesday the high is 38, low 23. So we got 2 pretty chilly days, Monday and Tuesday next week here. And then it warms back up into the 60s. Not bad. 60s in January isn't bad. I'll take it. What's up, Cisco? Giveaway was uneventful. We had a lady win today. Ikram from the UK, in fact. We don't have very many ladies in here. What? Don't say lady. What do I say? Woman. A woman won. My lady traders. Don't say lady. What's wrong with lady? Does not. It doesn't sound like I'm 90. Hey, lady. Hey, woman. That sounds like chauvinistic. Hey, woman. Hey, woman. Shut your mouth. Hey. She's still here. She says there's nothing wrong with lady, in my opinion. Thank you. Oh, also from the UK. That's rude. Yeah, there's that disagreement thing. You got to hear something hard things from some people sometimes. That's why you're married. Me too. I wish you were in the UK right now. I don't know if y'all can hear what she's saying. You probably can't. All right, news hits in about 4 minutes here. We'll see if PPI brings in any movement at all. Yeah, my masculine toxicity is getting out of hand. I should bring my wife on to stream and she can just sit here and learn how to trade and see if I can teach her how to trade. She may be better than all of us. I don't know if you've ever tried to teach your wives or your husbands or spouses or partners how to trade. Probably doesn't go super well. I mean, it might be entertaining. Good job. All right, just a couple more minutes here. We'll see what the PPI news comes out with here. Euro has left yesterday's lows in place currently. Came right down to it, couldn't push back through. Nice little breaker here on the Euro setup here. So at 2, you had that push down. We ran the highs and then displaced back through. And on this candle close at 5 a.m., it closed below, creating this breaker, and this fair value gap came right back up into this fair value gap at 5:30 and has just fallen all the way back down, taking out liquidity here. Price running back up now after taking out. The scalp worked fine, and I don't care what happens after that scalp, but right now we are taking out buy side or sell side, and we're displacing higher right now as it anticipates some getting some pre-market movement here from the news about to come out in one more minute. Getting a nice little pump up here. ES as well. We'll see what happens. Dollar's been very strong overnight. Starting to get a little bit of a retrace. Dunham says my wife is not that interested in learning this. Not her thing. She did just launch her first book. Oh, that's awesome. She wrote a romantic comedy. That's cool. My wife is she's been talking about writing a children's book. I keep telling her to do it because she's a great writer, but she has yet to to tackle that. But that's good, man. Congratulations to her. Yeah, either you're a trader or not. Either you like to do it and you want to do it, and you know, she doesn't. I've tried to explain a few things to her before, and she's just like, yeah, I don't give a crap. There's the news. Nice pump up here on the euro. Still don't know. Haven't seen the number hit yet. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Previous was -0.1. They were forecasting 0.1, and it actually dropped. So yeah, dollar's gonna fall should fall pretty aggressively here. You should get a pump here on you're getting that pump now here. This is why I wouldn't have taken this. Right here's a great example. Wasn't able to get to break even there, and that breaker's getting violated aggressively. I would anticipate a strong pump here off of this news for the rest of the day. With PPI coming in, dropping, and it was it was only a few tenths of a miss, but when you look at what was forecasted, that it actually dropped lower than previously. Previously, it had dropped by 0.1, and it's dropped another 0.1. At least on that report, it has. So now you're going to be looking for, you could be looking for opposite level breakers. So you've run liquidity here, and you're getting some displacement higher. Current targets would be your current day high as your next liquidity target. These equal highs right here also would be your first level of liquidity to look at. And then you've got these highs, and then after that, all these highs up here from yesterday. See if it wants to clean out all of the CPI madness. Tried to at the end of the day yesterday, couldn't get all the way back up, and made today just to rip higher here. We'll see how it responds. This is your first target. I would not be in this trade. No, I'm gonna wait. All of these I'm waiting until 9:30 market open. Could be reversing. Put in a low of the day and respected the low from yesterday. So we've had a higher low currently put in, another higher low, another higher low. But okay, I think we're going to call it there for the day and for the week. So good first week back, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back again on Monday, doing it all. Same time, same place. So hope you have a great weekend. Get out, get away from the charts. Don't spend too much time staring at candles printing. If you're going to do anything, back test a little bit. But get away. Sometimes your brain just needs to clear and stop looking at the same thing over and over and over and over. Get a fresh perspective. So grateful for y'all. And Ikram, I will get off and get on Twitter right now. So send me, if you haven't sent that direct message, go ahead and send me that direct message on Twitter, and then I'll get you set up. So you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And we'll catch you on Monday. Adios.